Boom! What is up, Wanderers? We are back, and it's time for another one take bag review, and I've got something really cool to show you today. All right, so we're going to be diving into a backpack from Nitecore. Nitecore is a flashlight company, and among other accessories. Really cool company, but not who you would expect to see putting out really high quality backpacks. You got to think that they were in a meeting and, pulling up all the possible ways they could make money and extend their brand name, and somebody came up with bags to carry gear. At that point, you have a decision to make as a company. Do we do this as cheap as possible, slap our logo on something and push it out, or do we make something spectacular? In this case, thankfully for us, the executives at Nitecore, the product design team at Nitecore, went to somebody who knows their crap. They went to the folks, small brand, behind Lee Gear, and it may actually be LII Gear. I've always said Lee Gear, LII Gear. I'm going to link Lee Gear. I'm going to link Nitecore. I'm going to link everybody in the video description, so check that out. And what they produced was, among other things, this. All right, so we're going to be diving into more Nitecore bags, specifically the BP18, which was the first one that really caught my eye. It was based on the Mr. Octopus bag from Lee Gear. This is a commuter bag. It's called the BP23, and it's designed to be an EDC laptop and tech carry bag. And I'm excited to dive into it with all of you. So, you know what we do on this channel. We do one-take bag reviews. And we're going to talk through the outside of this bag, the inside of this bag, all the nooks and crannies, full walk through the bag. And then we're going to be talking about two things that I really like about this bag, two things not so much, and an overall recommendation should you get your hands on a BP23 from Nitecore. What are we waiting for? Let's get started. Okay, so exterior wise, there is a lot going on this bag, as you can see. So we're going to start with the front, and you can see that there's hook and loop right here. We've got hook and loop paneling down here. We've got MOLLE attachment points as well. You've got a grab handle on the top, and a grab handle on the bottom, and a grab handle on the side, and a grab handle on the side. So you actually have 4 grab handles on this bag. None of them are particularly comfortable, but they're all available, and they're all kind of in the right place. You've got a little bit of detail stitching right here to set off this bag, a little bit of yellow stitching here, small Nitecore product label right here at the top. And then you've got, we're going to get into pockets in a second, but this front section is kind of bisected by a pocket there, which I think is kind of a really interesting design feature, in addition to, we'll talk about the functionality of that in a second. Zippers on this bag, you've got some of them are AquaGuard. This one is AquaGuard, this one is AquaGuard. The main compartment here, for some reason, is not AquaGuard, which is interesting. You've got little tiny elastic zipper pulls here. Pulls to hold while you're tugging the zipper. And then the actual pulls themselves are coated in kind of a plastic. So we'll get into the pockets in just a second. On the sides, you have more MOLLE panels, 3 rows on this side, 3 rows on this side. On the back, you have really nice harness system, very comfortable, beefy straps. It really is a very comfortable bag to wear. You've got a sternum strap with a little Nitecore branding. You've got D-ring attachment points. You've got a luggage pass-through with a Velcro strap to keep it flat against the bag, which I thought was a nice touch, and really kind of ventilated bag. There is no air channel down the middle of the bag. It is a little bit of air gets through where the luggage pass-through is, but that's something maybe that could have been a little bit better about this bag. We'll dive into that in a little bit. Okay, so I know you guys want to get into this thing. Let's talk about pockets. So first off, this front pocket zips across the bag, and surprise, we've got a high-vis interior. How about that? Nice. So this pocket actually extends all the way up and all the way down here. So it's not just a drop pocket. You can slip taller things into it as well. And what do I have in this bag right now? Well, I've got my little wallet pouch from Blank Canvas Accessories. Check out my other video on that. Very cool brand. A pen, a little video gaming device and a knife. So useful pocket, zips up and then back down. There's not two zippers, so if you wanted it to be closed with the zippers down, not an option. Okay, up top here, you've got a very useful felt-lined sunglasses pocket. I've put in there my blue light blocking glasses and my AirPods in the Bit of a Wander case, which you can get at bitofastore.com. There you go. It's a nice little pocket, very useful. And then you can flip that pocket up. You can see this is where it straps down. And then surprise, look under here. Whoa, what is even happening here? So you've got a huge drop pocket here, huge. And then you've got felt pockets right here that, hard to explain this, but each of these sides don't meet in the middle. So you can slide something in from this side and then separately slide something in from this side and they won't meet. So it's a pocket here, a pocket here, a pocket here, a pocket here. So that's 4 pockets plus the drop pocket behind it, plus the whole thing itself is a drop pocket. And then on the front, you have a mesh pocket here that I've been using just as a first aid pocket or a first aid satchel. So, wow, that's actually pretty cool, right? So we'll zip that back up, flap that back down. So you can see here, we've got this compartment, this compartment, this compartment, which does rip down, which is convenient as well. And then you've got tons of pockets inside that compartment. But wait, there's a lot more because we haven't even gotten into the main event. So look at this thing. So it is a kind of a rubberized nylon. I say rubberized. It's thicker here than it is here. It's a nylon material. It's really nice on the inside. High vis. You've got pockets on the side here, 1, 2, so you can use those for drinks, you can use those for power banks, you can use those for whatever you want. So, you know, you could slip a power bank in the side here with no problem. Then you've got the actual entire main compartment here, about kind of, I would say, go-ruck sized, kind of a ruck back sized compartment inside here. It is advertised as the BP23. It's a 23-liter bag. Back here, you've got laptop, tablet. You can do a 15-inch laptop. That's an 11-inch tablet. All the cords that you could ever want. Power brick, so that's a bisected pocket here, 2 mesh pockets right here. And then my gimbal's in there, power bank, and then up here, tech accessories. Tons of stuff, tons of cool stuff. All right, so here's a close look at the top pocket, a close look at the interior of the bag. There is no hidden pocket or side pocket here on the bag itself. So that is the full walkthrough of the BP23. Now let's get into this thing. What do we like? What do we not like? 2 things that I love about this bag. So first off, what I really love about this bag is the front compartment. So the interior compartment feels a lot like a ton of other bags that I've seen, that you've seen, that I own, but this is pretty dang unique, okay? So you can use this front pocket to just drop things into. You can, I mean, really the possibilities are endless, but it is a very useful compartment, and you can do a ton of stuff with these little pockets too. They're really perfect sized for just about anything. So I'm excited about the innovation of this front compartment here and just the really creative design, which if you follow Lee Gear, who is kind of the inspiration and the co-creator of most of Nitecore's recent bags, you'll see a lot of this really cool stuff. So first off, I love the front compartment, and this pocket is insanely useful, as is this nice belt line pocket. They're all in the right places. They're all really useful. Love it. Second thing I love, these grab handles. I love that I can grab the bag by the sides, by the bottom, by the top, by the straps. Love it. So the actual attachment points, all the MOLLE, all the hook and loop, all the handles on the exterior of this bag are epically good. Really, really enjoy. Okay? So those are two things that I really like. Reviewing all the attachment points and the exterior choices with the handles, really great. The front section of this bag, the whole thing, everything, let's say north of the main compartment, is really insanely good. Okay, two things I would have done a little bit differently, just a little bit differently. On the inside of this main compartment, which, you know I love the high contrast interior, right? You know I love it. Everything feels just a little too floppy. Feels just a little too low quality in here, okay? So I would have gone with a heavier material on the outside of the bag. This is 600D, maybe 1000D on the outside, and then on the inside here, just something a little bit more substantial. It just feels, and you don't feel this anywhere else but here. This whole mess here just feels cheap. It's not poorly made, it's not, but it just feels a little bit cheap compared to everything going on right here, which feels premium, like super nice. Interesting. So I think that would have been solvable. It's a highly useful space on the inside of the bag, but it just doesn't feel as premium as it could. We'll talk price point in a second, okay? All right, and then the second thing that I would have done a little bit differently, we talked about it a little bit earlier. The bag is very comfortable to wear, but it does get it runs a little bit hot if you wear it for a while, because this is just a flat back section with no real molding or extra. There's some padding, but it's minimal. So the bag runs a little bit hot if you're going to wear it for a long period of time, and there's no real air channeling or vents or anything to relieve that buildup. So it could be a bit of a sweaty carry for you. All right, so what do we think? Well, before I tell you whether or not you should buy this bag, you got to hear the price point. 60 bucks. So if you're looking at this and you're evaluating, you know, is this worth $200? Am I going to spend premium backpack money on this? Is it that good? You don't have to worry. You can buy this and beat it up for a couple of years. This is actually a really great bag at this price point, like really great. And if you like a black bag, because that's your only option, if you like a black bag, I highly recommend it. It's going to be a little hard to find. So you can buy the BP18 right now, which is a really cool bag. It's very different than this one, but it's a really cool bag. You can buy that off Amazon. I bought this off of a site called Battery Junction. They were very nice, I gotta say. But when I ordered it, there was a delay between when I ordered it and when it was available and when they shipped it. So, which means that basically they don't have it in stock and they're bringing it in and then reshipping it to me. That's fine. It was the only place I could get the bag. But, you know, I'd like for, I mean, what would be reasonable? Being able to go to Nitecore.com and ordering the bag, which you cannot do for some reason. So, interesting. It is a great bag. I'm a big fan of Lee gear. I have a Nitecore flashlight as well. I was eager to try this, not because I'm a super fan of Nitecore, but because I am a super fan of Lee gear and creative bag makers. And so I'm going to link everything in the video description. I think if you like the look of this, you should pick it up. Nobody's going to have one but you. And it's insanely usable. The pockets are great. The layout is great. And it's worth every bit of $100, and you can get it for less than that. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this review of the BP23 from Nitecore. And if you did, if this was a useful review to you, please subscribe and like the video, share if you will. We're going to continue to try and grow the channel. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We will see you next time.